Crucial one-day fourth session of 12th Manipur Legislative Assembly ends in about 10 to 15 minutes without any discussion. House adjourned Sendai amid sloganeering by opposition party. Manipur Pradesh Congress Committee condemns today's assembly session as dark day in Indian democracy by hoisting a black flag at Congress Bhavan. Congress says BJP is murderer of democracy. Manipur government blames Congress for obstructing assembly sessions. Work Minister Govindas Konthaujam says Congress wasted an opportunity to hold discussion on Manipur crisis. Ending 9-day relay hunger strike, Thawai Miral Women Wing declares indefinite hunger strike from tomorrow, demanding special assembly session and unification of CSOs in Manipur. Fresh violence reported at Narel Sena, Fubala Maning and Thamna Pokri of Vishnupur district. 9 individuals sustained injuries in firing by suspected 50 militants, 1 killed. And 92nd death anniversary of freedom fighter Haipo Jadonang observed. Kabui Union Manipur urges present and future generations of Kabui community to defend Manipur's territorial integrity. Hello and welcome to Impact News. You're watching Primetime English Bulletin. I'm KANEL SHAMBANDURAM, bringing you the top stories and latest news at this hour. Now, the news in details. The cruise to 6 former members of the House and Business Advisory Committee 2023 fifth report by House Leader could not be taken up. The House proceeding began at 11 a.m. sharp with 2 minutes silence for those killed in the ethnic violence between Meitei and Kukis that erupted on 3rd of May. In his address, House Leader Chief Minister Nongthom Mabirain said, "With great sorrow, we condole the death of those killed in the violence. In times like this, words seems inefficient for those who have lost their loved ones in the strife." The House also lauded the successful landing of Chandrayaan-3 on Moon and congratulated scientist and Raghu from Manipur who was in the ISRO team that led the mission. Speaker of the House postponed the session for 30 minutes, but when it resumed, sloganeering continued and the Speaker then announces adjournment of the Manipur Pradesh Congress Committee condemned the sine die adjournment of a short-lived today's assembly session as a dark day in Indian parliamentary democracy by hoisting a black flag and holding placards which read "Save Constitution." The opposition expressed concern that the Constitution of India is under attack and alleged the BJP of acting on the ongoing crisis in the state. But in the wake of impending constitutional crisis, the government convened just one-day sessions to avoid dissolutions of assembly. He said the Congress party had proposed various resolutions in public interest, but the ruling government and the House Speaker failed to pay heed. Ibobi asserted that such conduct of the ruling government is against the ideology of democracy and a dark day in the history of India's parliamentary democracy. He maintained that today's absurd ending of a session is a gross violations of the rights of House members. He said none of the Congress MLAs want to create ruckus in the House, but the MLAs had to raise voices against the ruling government who acted on whims. Ibobi went on to point out that with the advent of the BJP-led government, ADC elections could not be held on time and it has suppressed conduction of urban bodies, IMC, municipal councils and Gram Panchayat, Nagar Panchayat elections as well. He recalled that during the Congress regime of 2 decades, elections of the ADC were conducted. Recalling that Prime Minister Narendra Modi has recently termed India as a mother of democracy during his USA visit, Okam Ibobi slammed the double-engine government of BJP as murderer of democracy. He asked Chief Minister Nongthom Mabirain whether he is ashamed of Supreme Court stating that law and order condition in Manipur has failed. Ibobi said BJP is not suitable for Manipur. He also accused the BJP of creating the June
ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯑꯥꯒꯁ ꯍꯥꯎꯁꯇ ꯄ꯭ꯂꯦ ꯀꯥꯔꯗ ꯄꯥꯏꯗꯨꯅ ꯁꯦꯞ ꯀꯣꯟꯁꯇꯤꯇ꯭ꯌꯨꯁꯟ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯁꯦ ꯃꯅꯤꯄꯨꯔ ꯈꯛꯇꯒꯤ ꯅꯠꯇꯦꯕ ꯏꯟꯗꯤꯌꯥꯒꯤ ꯑꯣꯏꯅꯁꯨ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯁꯪꯕꯤꯙꯥꯟꯁꯤꯒꯤ ꯃꯔꯥꯏꯕꯛꯁꯦ ꯌꯥꯝꯅ ꯂꯨꯕ ꯇꯥꯟꯖꯥ ꯑꯃꯗ ꯂꯥꯛꯑꯕ ꯂꯩꯄꯥꯛꯁꯤꯗꯩꯗ ꯔꯨꯜ ꯑꯣꯐ ꯂꯣ ꯆꯠꯂꯛꯇꯕ ꯇꯧꯅꯤꯡꯕꯗ ꯄꯥꯏꯔꯤꯕ ꯁꯔꯀꯥꯔꯗꯨꯅ ꯇꯧ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯑꯣꯄꯣꯖꯤꯁꯟ ꯁꯥꯏꯠꯇꯒꯤ ꯄ꯭ꯔꯥꯏꯚꯦꯠ ꯃꯦꯝꯕꯔ ꯔꯤꯖꯣꯂꯨꯁꯟ ꯇꯣꯉꯥꯟꯕ ꯔꯤꯖꯣꯂꯨꯁꯟ ꯃꯌꯥꯝ ꯑꯃ ꯄ꯭ꯔꯄꯣꯖ ꯇꯧꯏ ꯃꯣꯏꯅ ꯀꯔꯤꯝꯇ ꯑꯦꯟꯇꯔꯇꯦꯟ ꯇꯧꯗ꯭ꯔꯦ ꯃꯗꯨꯒꯤ ꯔꯤꯖꯣꯂꯨꯁꯟ ꯀꯣꯄꯤꯗꯨꯗꯤ ꯍꯣꯔꯦꯟ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯄꯤꯖꯈꯤꯕ ꯔꯤꯖꯣꯂꯨꯁꯟ ꯀꯣꯄꯤꯗꯨꯗꯤ ꯃꯌꯥꯝꯗꯁꯨ ꯑꯗꯨꯝ ꯁꯥꯔꯀꯨꯂꯦꯠ ꯇꯧꯔꯛꯀꯅꯤ ꯑꯗꯨꯅ ꯁꯤꯒꯨꯝꯕ ꯃꯌꯥꯝꯁꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯑꯃꯨꯕ ꯐꯤꯔꯥꯟ ꯆꯤꯡꯈꯠꯇꯅ ꯁꯤꯗꯩꯗ ꯏꯟꯗꯤꯌꯥꯒꯤ ꯗꯦꯃꯣꯀ꯭ꯔꯦꯇꯤꯛ ꯁꯤꯁꯇꯦꯝ ꯑꯣꯐ ꯗꯦꯃꯣꯀ꯭ꯔꯦꯁꯤꯒꯤ ꯁꯤꯁꯇꯦꯝꯁꯦ ꯉꯁꯤ ꯑꯁꯦ ꯇꯧꯔꯤꯕ ꯁ꯭ꯇꯦꯠ ꯒꯚꯔꯟꯃꯦꯟꯠꯁꯤꯅ ꯇꯧꯔꯤꯕ ꯃꯑꯣꯡꯁꯦ ꯑꯃꯨꯕ ꯀꯥꯂꯤꯅ ꯂꯩꯍꯧꯔꯒꯗꯕ ꯑꯗꯨꯒꯨꯝꯕ ꯅꯨꯃꯤꯠ ꯑꯃꯅꯤ ꯍꯥꯏꯗꯅ ꯑꯩꯈꯣই ꯕ꯭ꯂꯦꯛ ꯐꯤꯔꯥꯟ ꯆꯤꯡꯈꯠꯇꯅ ꯀꯩꯅꯣ ꯇꯧꯖꯔꯤꯕꯁꯤ ꯃꯗꯨꯅꯤ ꯈ꯭ꯋꯥꯏꯗꯒꯤ ꯂꯥꯏꯕꯛ ꯊꯤꯕ ꯗꯦꯃꯣꯀ꯭ꯔꯦꯁꯤ ꯆꯠꯄꯗ ꯍꯥꯏꯕ ꯇꯥꯔꯦ.
Taking part in the press meet, ML have to defend for themselves. He termed the present government as ASI authoritarian, should be considered absent from the session. He said due course of action as per law and constitution is awaited. MLA K. Ranjit also said they have received information about Home Department instructing district SPs to refrain from firing in sensitive areas, and if this happened to be true, it can't be considered that the government is causing the violence, considering that it has failed to destroy bunkers of cookies and protect Meitei civilians.
Megi tang ahumdagi haurakpadagi protection pinanaba honadaba kuki singna sajalaiba bunker sing su thugainaba thugaiba ngamdaba buffer zone haidana Manipur gi mafam khudingmakta prithvi gi war tongan balibak torokanda tawgada madugi mafam je mafam khudingmakta chinghong khudingi buffer zone thamakpada karimta haiba ngamjadraba kuki singna kuki means sudreba underground nongmai paiba aduga Myanmar dagi khulai paiba aduga miyoi singna support toba group aduna praja sing nongmai kapakpa halakpada nga invest security da nongmai hanba yaroi khulai thaba yaroi haijan lagadi ngasigi thuiba irangse Manipur sarkar na thoina thon bagal loina.
Minister Govindas Konthaujam said Congress wasted an opportunity to hold discussion on Manipur crisis. He alleged that 5 Congress MLAs of creating ruckus in the House from the time the House was preparing business list under rules of procedure and conduct of business. He said the disturbance continued even when the House was observed, due to which the single-day session got wasted without any discussion. Govinda said issues which are under commission of inquiry are prohibited from discussion under Rule number 31 of Assembly, but other matters regarding the current issues could have been discussed in the session, stating that oppositions demanded precedents ruled in Manipur in the Lok Sabha during the monsoon session of Parliament. The Works Minister said the Congress party wants precedents ruled in Manipur as Congress leaders including Rahul Gandhi and Adhiranjan Chaudhary had voted for precedents ruled in the state. Govindas accused the Congress of fueling the crisis. Replying to media queries regarding any actions taken against 10 Kuki MLAs who are demanding separate administration, Govindas Konthaujam said the national leadership of BJP will be deciding in the matter.
Opposition gi leiriba member punnamakna makutta play card pairaga unconstitutional oiba haidana yamna langba unruly oiba behavior ama ekoi putkiba se ekoi punnamaki laibak thibani aduna speaker hek sang pada unruly oiba behavior lakpado honorable speaker na angda phambiyo dong saba ma ekoina lohogadoba dong saba do opposition gi members singna lohon kidre haiduna Manipur sida tamdu leita handaba amuk hena langhananabagi masaksi opposition singa sinbani.
Meanwhile, ending 9-day relay hunger strike today at Singjamai Market, Thawai Mirald Women Wing declared indefinite hunger strike starting from tomorrow, intensifying their demand for a concrete decision on the Manipur issue by holding a special assembly session and calling for unification of all the civil society organizations in Manipur, expressing disappointment over the short-lived assembly session without any discussion of the ongoing violence in Manipur. Co-convener of Thawai Mineral Women Wing, Paunam Sanahanbi, said women have been carrying out relay fasting protests demanding all civil societies due to incessant attack by Kuki militants upon Meitei villages in the state's periphery.
Punsin ba bas posi hai bi ya da ba taw we na bu bi re hai je batai akhoi ne hen sauri hai ba gi mukhi kong jabi wa pham nate ima sing na khutang chara hen da na mi ba pani chang chalak pa hai che nong da kai le ge hai ba wa pham che hangate mokhoi sin kar mai tong na praja si lusing dori no mama sing sin kana no mama sing du na masa sing du da hai jeri bo potu kai le ge ima ba sing na sara hen li to taw bi ga no bo hai ra su phati bo hai ra su phai bo hai ra su mokhoi na khang go le ba to ta na min ra ko pun sa min na ba ya ba poto adu gi tanja su pi bi de masida khoi adu ke matik pen de assembly mapung phadre adu oi tar de lengak china praja se kadai de nungsiri no kadai de kamai na moi de thajaba je akoi thamnoi no koi khang bangamdre thawai mirengi makha ta na sangchan jale iba khutang sara hembadagi chidibok sara hembadagi changchalak kadaba da tholak kadaba apha phatta ki daita puramak se kanana pugada ge haita manipur ki seso sing amadi lengak mo puna pugada.
Kurai Haiguru Makhong Apunba Nupi Lupt also extended support to the indefinite hunger strike called by Women Wing of Thawai Miral from tomorrow. Speaking on the sideline of relay fasting hunger strike carried out by Kurai Haiguru Makhong Apunba Nupi Lupt, Association Publicity Secretary Laitonjam Ongbi Waikom Ashalata said the assembly session held today could not bring any relief. It was against wishes of people of Manipur and against the interest of people. Calling Chief Minister Nongthom Biren as an inefficient Chief Minister, Waikom Ashalata demanded his resignation.
Manipur asigumla assembly asigi leader se koi kaka biren oi banina mana assembly da ngasi gi mifamji koi Manipur praja sing apam je bangam han gidre ba adu tadi ma mati irai bak sigi arai ba kathu age ngasi di maitai laibak se lairiba Manipur kai ba ade haiba prithibil da maming saliba han ba masu ani suba lanjau da maira pai bi na saliba adu madugi masa asyang ba yaro magadi soidana tholakani hai asale ba adu gumla ba masa ma khanji adu bu wakhan khalaga thokpiro ba yamne phumari dugi manungda singjamai Thawai Miren women's wing na changseliba sigumla ba sidribok chara hen bagi
Kagwa Punba Maira Paibi and Social Young Club Kagwa carried out protest demonstration at Kagwa Bazaar today. Committee for Peaceful Coexistence Manipur CPCM slammed abrupt ending of assembly session this dark day and disregard to the people of Manipur. Briefing media at Manipur Press Club today, CPCM the President Sajjad Bhuyamayum said today's assembly turns out to be an attempt to save the birth for rulings and not in the interest of the public to resolve the prevailing crisis facing the state. He alleged the center of overpowering small states by stating that CPCM in July submitted memorandum to President to resolve Manipur crisis, but no effective measures have been taken till date. He mocked that the engine of the double-engine government of the BJP has failed in Manipur. He also appealed to rumors mongers to stop the circulating false news on social media as it can incite more tensions among communities.
Manipur Miam si nik laudana leiba matam asida ngasi khoigi phamkhriba assembly session haijabatai khoigi assembly session lebak miam da adu yam lebak thibasi khoigi phamiba assembly session si malemgi mafam amata da ta khidaba mongda thena da mongda minute 10 kun gatang phamakanda pungkhai pho phadana assembly session am loisin ki bai se masi Manipur gi puari da amuba kali tasin ba amade khoigi Manipur gi miam asida karem kathaina bagi thawong ni haina khoi CPCM mi mai ke de khoi lawja bai tai adanga sigi phamkhriba assembly session asi mase koi Manipur gi integrity gi natraga leiriba issue sing sigi matangda khana naina bagi oiramdre akoi gi MLA minister sing asi gi magi mafam kanbagi session oiram bai tare masi Manipur miyam gi damokta di yam leibak thibani.
Communist Party of India Manipur State Council through a press note condemned the assembly session which was called for just namesake by Manipur government. It also demanded a 5-day long assembly session at the earliest. In fresh violence which reported in various places of Vishnupur district today, suspected cookie militants opened fire towards farmers who went to apply fertilizers in paddy fields. Till the time of filing this report, altogether 9 people sustained injuries while 1 succumbed to injuries. Firing is also reported at the Faubala, Maning and Thamnapokpi of Vishnupur district. We are tracking for more updates.
Hojek hakna leiba mafam asi akoi tingda leiba koi lokol aduda ngasi ayuk pung 6 khare helakpada koi laumi ani na koi har amadi koi hidak chaiba chatpada cookie militant singna kablokpa nungoi maru amana koi laumi ama pamde soe man har chairak la kanda hai basigi mapa simaktani khone nongmai pala kanda sida I teiraga leise haiba mioi laumi aduna nongmai pala matungda laumi ama nongmai na pale haiba famado masi mioi sina haiba area sida koi har sai sigi lofam se koi har sai bani lo har sai ngai da thokhi thodok ni haiba thodok sigi koi marik sumba wafam ado koi la ka sigi mioi ama dagi taminas masi pung 6 makhai ta badai da aikoi leiba aikoi nan sena maning 1 number 8 ta leiba isine nawani amana aikoi salam jotin aduga mana salam sunin haiba mkhoi ani si aikoi gi haiba area haikine gi makha sida koi kare hetare aikoi matin hida kapa aikoi chatpani dudeuda ngasai laiba aikoi leiriba aikoi gi cookie gi terrorist ni haiba singna sina aikoi la akanda lummaga laaga haiba kenen makha da leiba hojiki haiba jaga sida makhoina aikoi gi lummaga kapakpada haiba salam dutin haiba angang asi koi sok pani masi hana dei su koi yamna toina aikoina lauka bada khungang gi praja sing lauka bada yam toina kapakum mafam ni adu bai koi hana di koi yamna leiriba senariba koi regiment singda su koi kana haijabani masi yarim khadi tohan binu haina adu ngasi phawbada koi leiberiba IRB na su makhoina hariba makoi pakum pibu su leite aikoina hajarubuda koi khungang bu ngakpi gani haibadi haibi asa da thajaraga koi lejabani adu hauji pawdi ngasi phawdi kari mata koi khungang gi kana mata nai koi protection pibu leite maram madana makoi lerubugi athar leitre adu maram khungang na koi haiba singa si koi leiriba battalion singa si koi da mating pangidramina makoi lerubugi athar leitre khungang na ngaksaragi haibu putu koi khungang gi praja singna yamna koi thamoi soingai oi koi yaragadi athu matamda hariba singa si lauthuk pirakanda athu matamda koi solution porokna bagi damakta khungangi committee mai gidagi thamjari sigi maning dei cookie militant singna labuk ta thabak suba sinmi laumi ama nongmaina kapak kar matung hojik chu makha ta na koi nongmai kap tharak podagi hoji khut handuna state force amadi cookie militant singi marakta hoji koi nongmai kapna be khonduni position lâu đường này đi thâu lên ARB के personnel sing reinforcement na koi state force amadi koi local volunteer sing loina na hoji hoji koi cookie militant singa haiba area sida kanmamong da khut thongnari loina na koi volunteer amasu koi nongmai maruna panbadagi mafam asidagi koi hospital da layang na bagi bukhat khare aduga hoji koi nongmai kapna bagi thabakti hoji su leptana dumak sa thari koi mioi ani shokhar matung da makata na hojik su koi anoba mioi ama sokhibaga iroina na ngasigi khut thokna ba asida koi hojik phawda koi mioi mari moina palaga so aduga atopa mioi mari amana koi sienbada maroina maina paibi sing nongoi kamna poda koi sienbada maina paibi yongna
Mui Marie Masu, minor on a sweat of Mianoina, Noina Pandana Soklabasing, Adoji, horse dancing up with Redabu, of Jokina Pangu Matung in a de Haiba, Adusu Yamna, serious will be body late. Adubu, Nomai Kamna, Habaga City, Hoju, Yamna Kana Sataria, which Maruna, Lumaga, in the Polson Lona, Ganda, the Nisi Haiba area. Sida sokoi nongai marusing our bomb kon kiama left and tadi when a high area si yamna nagna ba distance da kuki kulai payo singa we state force amadi volunteer sing imakta we could thonga bitaba si yamna kanna satari we makata na so high ba we could thonga ba sigi update sing yam da report lai re du chap chap ba sing di khang di high ba masing sing amadi we Makata Nungi Kamna updating in Ping News Namakata Nasu update present a key of the and a day high Nungi Kamna, but see if Nungi Kamatan, how you say Makayani, but a bomb young Kamna Kanda can no longer good Tuknari, Sidaki Nakoi, Marichumba, the posting when Makata in Ping News Bulletin sing the Miam that in Zenabudamukta, James Azaki Matam Adu the Miam and Ping News being done in the view.
Thank you, Mr. Despite claiming that security measures have been beefed up and state-leveled monitoring committee had also been set up to ensure resumption of agricultural activities safely in vulnerable places. In the firing by suspected coup militants at Manipur and other has failed to function properly. He recounted that the committee was formed based on the demand of 5 various farmers' bodies in Manipur to prevent food shortage amidst the prevailing crisis. He recalled that farmers were wounded in the firing at the Fubala and Fogakchau Ikai on the earlier incident. Churamani said out of the 9,742 hectares of paddy fields which were found not favorable for farming due to violence, 1/3 of it are now safe to carry out agricultural activities with efforts by farmer bodies. He appealed to civil society organizations in the state to urge central leaders to intervene and stop cookie miscreants from attacking farmers.
Nongmaina kapa ibase masimak haiba thamdok tu ga chamani koina khalamba jingnar madu ga chamani ado swaida koina jingna thamjani ba wafam se kaino har kanda mamang da su phubala dagi ranjan ko banu pama nongmaina kapa tana masu meningong dei kapa mamang na phawdok tana tawre adugi mathakta aduga monitoring committee sem ki pari sana jena hairapu matamda nongmai kapna base masi hana lephan go nongmai kuki na nongmaina kapa iba masi hana lephalu haiba ma numit tarani wagera kunni wagera masigi matam jibaw dan lephan bangam dragadi
30 p.m. In retaliation, state forces along with village volunteers and personnel of Gurkha regiment fired back towards the militants. There is no report of any casualty. A suspected Kuki militant was reportedly killed in encounter with state forces at Longphai village under Henglip subdivision, Churachandpur district. Victim is identified. National Secretary Maheshwar Thongnaucham served at Lairambi Community Hall. A coordinating committee was also formed against the legal notice. Coordinating committee resolved to hold protests on September 2 against the alleged biased attitude shown by the Assam Rifle troopers who are deployed in peripheral areas of the state. One W. Manbi from the Waiton Maning Laikai lauded Maheshwar Thongnaucham for his tireless efforts to resolve the ongoing conflict. She said that the legal notice
Manipur da lady parza aikoi khudik mangna sukya yaningde Assam Rifle gi mathakta aikoi punamak asina form ama tawdana akoi hujik sem saba loijare Manipur gi tampakta lady maitai khudik pakta piriba awaba saitheng ase hanjal Assam Rifle na pibase aikoi pendre hujik Manipur gi mafam punamakta mioi sinba.
All Manipur Muslim Organization Coordinating Committee Amukok urged the masses to refrain from spreading rumors. The committee stressed that Manipur is inhabited by various communities and that the people should walk on the right path. Addressing the media today at Amukok office premises in Hatta, Imphal, the committee president Singamayum Jalal sought collective
amana amada lan khanabagi wakal langna khriba maduna kangluk ki irang tholak pa yabagi thak yorak khriba
masigi haurakpham amasung masigi maru ase kupna phajana thidokminnaduna tungda yamna shakti leiba akhoi punamakki kanglu phurup mayam sigi hingminnabada yamna shakti leiba yamna chetpa amana amabu respect taunaraga hingminnaba chawkhat lamje da mang thaba Manipur khunayama purakpang namnanabagi lambida punamakna mai onsen minnasi akhoi collective oiba survival ama puraknanabagi collective responsibility ado punamakna longminnasi.
Students of Kendriya Vidyalaya Laimakong and their parents stormed Kendriya Vidyalaya Lumfield, demanding to let them study at the Lumfield branch due to the prevailing crisis. Some parents who had a talk with the school principal said they have been urging relevant authorities to transfer around 670 students from KVK Laimakong to other locations in the valley area. The parents are concerned that normal classes for class 10 and 12 have resumed, but it is yet to be resumed for lower classes to class 9. In response to the parents' demand, the school principal had assured them that arrangement will be made for an evening shift at the earliest.
Class 10 dagina 12 fawudi school kaba haure adubu soda akhoi second shift haibidi nungdin gi class session ama chatharaga haunana bagi akhoi proposal thaba haidu janare loina loina ikoi dana ngasi hayeng sida akhoi class 5 amadi 6 ki chhatra sing KV Lampel amadi KV Langjing da absorb tawragani haibasu akhoi gi principal gi baike di thambirei loina na akhoi matung ta hauda chalhowri ba chhatra sing si lakadori ba matam kharasida nungdin gi hongdok chage.
Now it's time for a small commercial break. After the break, we bring you news.
Singda affordable cost da mapung faraba care pisari side effect hanthaba Manipur gi ahanba Lineage Halcyon radiation machine gi khudong chaba pangbigani cancer khangdoknaba amasung stage lepada siznaba PET CT scan machine so hospital asida lady tumor board phamduna patient singi laying pathapta ahenba khudong chaba loinana health card ki khudong chaba su pisari mayam gi damak AOI Babina Specialty Hospital Sajiwa Khabisoi Imphal East.
Admission open. Seram Infotech Nailid Government of Indiana accredited Tauraba Manipur gi Mangjing Thariba IT Training Center ni Makal Kayagi Computer Course amasung Spoken English ki admission hausari Akupa Marul gi damak Seram Infotech all Lambulet Natraga Kaisampata contact Tobiu.
Srijan Free Orthopedics Consultation Camp from 28 August to 2nd September 2023, 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. at Srijan Hospitals, Langol. Avail free OPD consultation with orthopedic surgeons with 10% concession on diagnostic investigations and procedures. For appointment, please contact Srijan Hospitals, Langol.
Welcome back after the break. You're watching Primetime English Bulletin. Moving on with our bulletin, people commemorated the 92nd anniversary of freedom fighter Haipo Malangmai Jadonang Kabui today. Kabui Union Manipur KUM observed the anniversary at Kaisamthong Kabui Kult. Attendees paid floral tributes as a religious ceremony was performed to honor the late freedom fighter. Speaking on the sideline, Secretary of Kabui Union Manipur Lanbon Kabui urges present and future generation of Kabui community to be inspired by Haipo Malangmai Jadonang, who loved his motherland and defend the territorial integrity of Manipur. Recalling the bravery of Haipo Jadonang, who stood against the British, Lanboy also urged the present generation to carry forward the baton of freedom fighters. He also wished for a peace and harmony in the state. Zeliarong Union, Assam, Manipur and Nagaland also observed the day at Haipo Jadonang Park at Kaisampat. Attendees paid floral tribute to statue of Haipo Jadonang.
Jadonangna lauramba British ki mayokta leblamba ima lebaki damakta kathokiba mai punsidu ningsinglaga ma gumba kaya kabui gi mironda thorokpo isnu iramdam sigi miyamnasu magi matung induna adugumba wakhal chawba mama lebaki damakta kathokpa ngamba adugumba nising thoroksunu haina khoina sum ningjabani ishorgi mafamda.
A press note issued by Deputy Secretary of Zeliarong United Front Alur Seikho recalled the freedom fighter Haipo Jadonang on his 92nd anniversary, remembering the patriotism showed by the freedom fighter against the British. Zeliarong United Front also paid tribute to Haipo Jadonang and his movement. Assam Rifled, along with Jelarong community, today observed that anniversary of freedom fighter Haipo Jadunang at the Kopum village, Sankhomai village, Senapati district headquarters and Tamilong districts. People paid tribute to awareness program on climate adaptive agricultural practice for a rain-fed ecosystem to kickstart today at the conference hall of ICAR-RC of NHE Recent Manipur Center in Imphal. The program is jointly organized by Krishi Vigyan Kendra Ukruld and Chandal ICAR Research Complex for HEH Recent Manipur Center. Speaking on the program, NICRA Nodal Officer Ningthaujamd Ajit Kumar stressed that National Innovation in Climate Resilience NICRA is a useful project suitable for the present Indian agricultural scenario, and it aims to
aduga hujik chat leiriba condition sida koigi land gumna thoiba condition sida koina yamna nuaitaba farmers ki mahumda koina chatlaga yengjaruba ngamdaba kayama thengnei adu masi koina sumna awareness program gumba khara sinbiba adagi department kingna su yaragadi fund khara release tobi copy dana farmers singbu training meaning pi dana phaugi tariba tin nung hujik thengna tharabni tin sidi compulsory tarani hai jatare masigi damakta koina awareness oina tawraga adagi hidang dakhra.
Team of Nagaland Christian Forum, All Manipur Christian Organization and Meitei Christian Churches Council Manipur extended financial help to displaced people who are taking refuge at Moirang College Relief Camp in the Vishnupur district today. Reverend Moses Murray, Vitoshi Su, Dr. and Papino O. Kumar and other members were in the team. Old Manipur Christian Organization General Secretary Reverend Simon wish and pray for peace and normalcy in Manipur. Non-Teaching Employees Welfare Association and Sri Satya Sai Seva Organization Medicine, ENT, Ophthalmology, Obstetrics and Gynecology, Dermatology and Clinical Psychology, OPD. Additional DC Churachandpur Thangboy Gangte MCS unveiled a relief camp at YPA hold in Dorkas Veng, Churachandpur district today. 81 individuals from 21 families from the New Lamka Upper Primary School relief camp are staying at the new relief camp as the school will be opened for students. Nongdol Mamikol's Manipuri short film EY, The Repelled, has been awarded top third in the 16th Jaipur International Film Festival 2023 held at Jaipur in August this year. Directed by Vishwamitra and written by Rebecca Okramt, the 24-minute film is produced by Samir Thengbaijamt and edited by Mohindro. Acclaimed actors Tonthoy and Rashi are in the lead roles, this being the 26th International Laurel. Team EY expresses happiness that the film has become an acclaimed narrative for a part of the vast mighty tradition throughout the world. Now, the weather report. India Meteorological Department Regional Meteorological Center Guwahati predicts moderate to heavy rain in Manipur in next couple of days. Most places of Tamenglong, Senapati, Kangpokpi, Ukhrul, Kamjong, Jiriband, None, Technopal, Chandal, Churachandpur and Ferjol district and some places of Imphal West, Imphal East, Vishnupur, Thoubal and Kakching district will receive rain today. Tomorrow rain is expected in most places of Kangpokpi, Imphal West, Imphal East, Ukhrul, Kamjong, Thoubal, Kakching, Technopal, Chandal, Churachandpur and Ferjol district and some places of Tamenglong, Senapati, Jiriband, None and Vishnupur district. As per a report from ICAR Meteorological Unit Lamphilpat, Manipur received 0.5 millimeter rainfall in past 24 hours. Now the news from the world of sports. A team led by National General Secretary Maitram Sanatomba visited St. Joseph School in Imphal and shared his thoughts to students on sports and observance of National Sports Day today. He reminded the students that National Sports Day is observed on August 29th every year in their country to commemorate the birth anniversary of hockey legend Major Dhyan Chand Singh. As instructed by Rajya Sabha MP Professor Rakesh Sinha, Sanatomba presented a book titled Manipur Today, Independence Day Special to the school authority. He also gave the assurance that One India Foundation will facilitate those students who are keen to take up sports as a profession. National Sports Day cum World Entrepreneur Day 2023 was observed today at the multipurpose hall of Thobal College. Eternal Quality Assurance Cell, IQAC of Thobal College and Physical Education Department jointly carried out the observance. Thobal College Principal Professor W. Bina, Thobal College Teachers Association's President S. Iboyaima and Thobal College IQAC Coordinator Dr. K. H. Jugindro graced the occasion. As a part of the World Entrepreneurs Day observance, which was held under the Swamlambi Varad Avian, proprietor of SC also encouraged them to know the stories of successful Indian sportspersons. Well, that's all we have in this bulletin, but before we wind up, let's take a glimpse at the headlines once again. Crucial one-day fourth session of 12th Manipur Legislative Assembly ends in about 10 to 15 minutes without any discussions. House adjourned, senior die amidst sloganeering by opposition party. Manipur Pradesh Congress Committee condemns today's assembly session as dark day in Indian democracy by hoisting black flag at Congress Bhavan. Congress says BJP is murderer of democracy. Manipur government blames Congress for obstructing assembly session. Work Minister Govind Das Konthalgan says Congress assembly session and unification of CSOs in Manipur. Fresh violence reported in Narayan Sena for Balamaning and Thamna Popi of Vishnupur district. 9 individuals sustained injuries in firing by suspected militants, 1 killed. And 92nd death anniversary of freedom fighter Haipo Jadanang observed. Kabui Union to Manipur urges present and future generations of Kabui community to defend Manipur's territorial integrity. Thank you so much for being with us. Coming up next is Primetime Manipuri Bulletin. In the meantime, have a great evening and all the best.
Sri Guru ki kripadagi vesh olaga Sri Krishna Chanda Chaitanya Das haibanam fangjaduna Vrindavan prapti oikre la libatam kuntragamathoi